Aaron Keller, our man from Overwatch, has dropped a director's take, and let's just say there's going to be a lot of things cooking. First of all, let's just say we literally just got 3 posts in 3 days. We got one on January 29th, one on the January 30th, and then we got one today. And this is looking back and looking ahead. So this is from Aaron Keller himself, the main director. So this is going to be insane. I'm actually cannot wait to see what they're actually going to be doing this thing. So this is from him kind of talking about what they got planned. And this is actually a little bit of teaser of what we have planned, well, what they have planned for February 12th, which I'm highly excited for because we need some changes, and I can't wait to talk about it. Basically, the director talks about, for example, like, hey, this is our first director take of the year. The team is great, after the season, of course, being back. He talks a little bit about things of what we're going to be doing for the first part of the year, etc. in the first part. Then it said we start the year with some changes targeting some momentum and gameplay. Naturally, of course, talking about different things when it comes to the projectile sizes, talking about the health pools, all that kind of stuff, man. He talks about just a bunch of little details. There's a bunch of good stuff that's coming out this year, man. But I will definitely say the fact is they definitely have been taking some time to make some changes. So this is some really, really good stuff. The fact is they're still looking at making changes, and they've actually been doing this. And there's some other good details inside this director's take as well that you guys will find very, very good. I'm also pretty happy with the direction of competitive play. The game is naturally a little bit easier for people to get in. Naturally, people are able to get in. Both there's some stuff, and there's a rank reset for season players and non-season players too. New skill tier stuff. However, like I said, champion has proven to be too little to too difficult for top players to achieve. As we approach season 15, we're looking to adjust how players rank into different skill tiers fairer after we reset the ranks again. Our highest ranks will shift to include larger percentage of our total population, which is actually fantastic. So that way you have more players in each rank and not everyone just sitting in one rank. So that way it's a little bit better. So that way people can upgrade a little bit faster, but also in general, people can be more balanced and have a chance to compete. That way people are not just playing against the same people all the time. So that's very, very, very huge. But they're naturally, of course, they're looking to adjust how players rank into different skill tiers, reset the ranks again. Our highest skill tier will shift naturally, of course, yada yada yada. It's just amazing news when it comes to that competitive stuff, man. Here's something really, 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 really good. All right, you guys ready for this? We've heard 2 complaints about 2024's competitive weapon reward, the JADE weapons. One of the biggest criticisms we've heard is how our JADE weapon variants are getting vaulted at the end of the season. Competitive weapons are indeed to show your involvement in our competitive queues per year. As time goes by, you'll get different sets of weapons based on how often you play comp each year. Keeping competitive weapons limited of the year give them ability to tell that story, which again, I agree with. I'm kind of glad they're doing like that because I think in general it's like hey, I played a part of that time when it happened. So I like that and don't like that extremely at the time. So I understand what they're saying with that situation. But as we continue to dive deeper, here's the cool part now. Some of you are hoping for weapon skin that has a higher end look to it. And we've got something for 2025 that is pretty spectacular. So while JADE weapon variants are going away for now, we've got an amazing new weapon variant to collect in 2025 that will be out of this world. Now, I'm happy about this. I hope it's just not like a galaxy set. I'm hoping, because naturally they say out of this world. We'll see. I'm guessing it's probably going to be a galaxy set, but I have no idea fully. But I don't know, man. We're going to check it out and see. So I'm giving them a little bit of things. The fact is they've been very communicative the past 3 days. The fact is they're going to bring some heat on February 12th. So this is good. So we're going to really see what they're going to bring soon. But let's get on to the next part. And additionally, we also love the response to drives like that. And I think it's a great way to end each season, which is why for the final season of 2024, we're offering double the competitive points you can get. So, hey, look, guys, you guys say you don't get enough competitive points? There you go. You're getting some now. But now we'll get to the most important part here. Okay. Now let's look at heroes. 3 heroes past year, naturally, of course, talks about, Venture, talking about people like Hazard, naturally, finally, a bunch of stuff like that. Juno glided in, all that kind of stuff. And we went to continue to bring heroes. Like they brought a good amount of heroes this year. Venture was actually, I'm not going to say it. Benji was actually a really fun hero. I think they could have did the design just a smidge different. I think the design, I love them. I love them having they them pronouns. I think it's fantastic. I wish they would have given him a little bit of a different stature, a different look, or more of a heroic look, and they look like a little bit of a digger junkie, which I think I know what they were going for. But other than that, like I said, I think in general they couldn't do but so much because the other team had divided it, and there was a big mess with the situation. Juno was probably one of the most well-balanced support heroes they could have. Very good at healing, very good at damage, not too powerful. It's all about having a good skill. I mean, literally, like, Juno is all about having skill. And then what makes it better is the fact is that Juno's not able to have a get out of jail free card to make her invincible. You have to have good positioning. And if you get tracked down, if you're out of position, you can get messed up if you don't get healed up correctly because she has no way to heal herself back up. So big props to that. Like, one of the most well-balanced heroes. Hazard, I have not played Hazard. He's definitely been doing a lot of climbing, literally, no pun intended. But I feel like in general they did a really good job bringing some very, very good mobile heroes. And I think in general the fact is that's what actually is made. Like, example, like Hazard is probably one of the most fun tanks because he's one of the most mobile tanks besides Winston. We've had Winston, we've had Hammond. It's good to bring a different kind of style of play. Like, he plays DPS kind of style, and I think they did a really, really good job of bringing the heat when it comes to that. But here's the good part. Here's something really good, because I think you guys are ready to hear this. But we also ran our first 6v6 events last year and early this year. They took the form of a 6v6 roll queue and a 6v6 min 1 max 3. The roll queue version accounted for nearly 10% of all play hours in our game for its event run. For reference, a roll queue quick play accounts for roughly 35 to 40% of play hours. This was lower during the 6v6 tests. Definitely a demand for a mode with this team size, but it's still uncertain how large the demand is. But here's where it gets juicy. You guys ready for this? You guys, oh, this is the juicy part. We're going to run a mini competitive season of 6v6 starting mid-season 15. It's still early to say what 6v6 place in Overwatch with a decent amount of people playing it. I think it's probably here to stay in form, but so far we're not ready to swap the core format of the game. And I think that is okay. That is perfectly okay to do. That's perfectly okay to do. That's fantastic. You know why? Because it gives people a choice to play the way they want to play. It gives a little bit of choice. It gives people a chance to play, and it doesn't spread it out too far. I feel like they need to have competitive 6v6. Just have competitive 6v6 by itself, and I think it will play pretty well. They have some more changes here. I'm ready to talk about this because I think this is actually really good. Speaking of game modes, we want to take a moment of what to expect for Clash in quick play and competitive. This past year, we introduced Clash, which was inspired by the original Assault maps, but gave players the chance to attack and defend throughout the course of the match. Clash has had some really good matches, but we've also seen a lot of constructive feedback. Right now, Clash has a few problems, with some matches having a steamroll, ending much faster than a typical Overwatch game. It could also be confusing as to which point is active for some players. So, starting Season 15, Clash maps are going to be removed out of competitive play. That's good. It's a fantastic, fun map. Should it be in competitive? No, it should not be. That's one of those maps I feel like that are just fun to play, get a little bit of chaos, have some fun. I think that's really good because in general, like the map, the way it's designed, it's fun. It's a fun, action-packed, hit it hard, get in there, get your ults fast, make a bunch of stuff. I think it's fantastic, but in general, I naturally feel like it's not a good, competitive map. I think it's a really good map just to have some fun, quick play, keep it in quick play. I love it. Keep it in quick play, keep it where it's at, because in general, there's not every single mode needs to be, not every single thing needs to be in ranked, and that's perfectly fine. So good job on them for doing that too as well. So I love that as well. So naturally, of course, like, just love that, man. But I say right now, like I said, Clash of the problem. So sorry. And as we take this time to look at these maps and work to find ways to deliver the best competitive experience for our players, we'll keep you updated on the progress we make there. In the meantime, we're going to keep Clash and Quick Play and other unranked game modes. Fantastic. 2024 was a huge year, but I know 2025 is going to be even bigger, and I can't wait for the team to share more Overwatch 2 Spotlight on February 12th. It was hard to write this one last time. I promise. So until then, let's make a great game. I love this director's take. This is actually really big changes. Big changes. 6v6 competitive. I think that's a really good thing to do, because that will actually make people, you'll get better results when people play competitively. I think that's why, because naturally when people play quick play, they just kind of just go whatever, play whatever naturally, and I feel like that's okay. But if you really want to get some good results, competitive is the best way to go, because you don't just sit here and just have people just going in here, just playing what they want to play. You're not getting good results. It's like you're making bread, but you're not having all the ingredients to make a good solid loaf of bread. So I think this is really good take. New, like I said, new weapon variants coming out. I think that there's a bunch of things where they could do. I'm glad they're kind of getting away with it, because that way you can't just come back. I think keeping the gold is a good thing, so you just have gold as the original, and then each season you have a different variant. Like, say they want to bring like a diamond, and you could bring one where you could bring like a red ruby or something. You know, you can actually do that. But the creativity is good. This is a good director's take. Bunch of stuff coming. Competitive 66 really hit the mark. Taking Clash away from competitive. Bunch of big stuff, man. So February 12th is looking really nice. This is just a few small little teasers, and I cannot wait to get the rest of the stuff, because I think Overwatch learned some stuff. I think they've been cooking, and I think they're definitely ready to bring out some good stuff, man. So they got some good ingredients. Now they just got to make the sandwich. If they can make a good sized sandwich, I think they could do a lot of great stuff, man. I really think so. This is actually really good. I'm excited for this, man. So if you guys want to check this out, man, developers blog, it's on Overwatch. Just type in Google Overwatch developers blog. It will take you straight to it. 3 posts in 3 days, January 31st, January 30th, and January 29th. What are you waiting for, guys? Are you guys ready for the new weapon maps? Are you guys waiting for 6v6 competitive? Or are you guys just ready for the change the core gameplay? Because I'm excited to see what they have planned, man. I'm excited, man. Most importantly, like, comment, and most importantly, stay black and stay chocolate, my friends. You guys ready? Yes,